What makes a speech really great, what makes any writing great, is the rewriting. So yeah, you can get that first draft down. That's great. Do that quickly. But then leave yourself a little time, a little bandwidth to just keep going back to it and seeing what new things you see, or looking at it and realizing, oh my God, I forgot the story about the thing. Number 9, don't make it a whole bunch of in-jokes. Because if they're all in-jokes, all you guys went to college together, all you girls went to college together, and you're using acronyms. Oh, we went to the Gazoo, and then we went to Packies, and then we went to... And half the people in the audience have no idea what you're talking about. And when they don't know what you're talking about, when you kind of lose them in the story, they stop listening. And they don't just stop listening to that story, they kind of tune out. And that means for the rest of your speech, you've kind of lost them. They're thinking about, did I get the chicken or the fish? They're not listening to you, which also means fewer people laughing at your next joke. Think about, would someone's +1 get this joke? Number 8, keep it short. And by short, I mean aim for about 5 minutes. So if you get to about 7 minutes, okay. And if you don't have 5 minutes, that's fine. Less is more. You don't have to hit 5 minutes. 5 minutes, by the way, is about 1.5 pages double-spaced. And the reason you want to keep it short is, one, well, there's all the brevity is the soul of wit and all that. But really why you want to keep it short is because you're probably not the only one speaking, right? And people only have an attention span that's so long. People also only have a bladder that's so big, and they're going to be drinking. So if you go up there and you do 25 minutes, and someone else does 25 minutes, and someone else does 25 minutes, I mean, it just becomes a hostage situation, really. I mean, if people are thinking that they're going to explode if they don't get to a restroom soon, they're not listening to your speech. So go up there, say what you want to say it well, make them laugh, make them cry, make your toast, keep going. Just get out of there. Number 7, speak from the heart. This is your chance to really tell these people how you feel about them. You're going to have you'll have some business up top and stuff to talk about, and then you'll tell the funny stories. But as you're getting ready for the dismount, as you're getting ready towards that toast, and you've got all of that laughter and momentum and emotion coming towards the end, tell these people that you love them. And I'm going to assume that you love them because, they're your best friend, they're your sibling, they're your child. I mean, most people don't ask a complete stranger to speak at their wedding. It's not like they pulled up at the valet and said, could you park this where it won't get dinged and come do 5 minutes at the reception. They've asked you to speak because they love you too. So actually put it into words and tell them that you love them. And if you don't know how else to say it, just say, I don't know how else to say it. I love you. And this is making me emotional because I really care about this stuff. And I will tell you as someone who is nearly 50 years old, for all you kids out there, this is Grandma Sherman saying, you don't get a lot of opportunities to really publicly stand up and say to the people in your life, I love you, and this is how much I care about you, and I am so glad that you are in my life. And I'm going to pull myself together before we get to tip number 6. Practice it! For the love of God, please, practice your speech. Now, here's what I mean when I say practice it. Read it out loud. Just literally, you alone in a room, just read your speech out loud, read it out loud over and over again. Because as you're reading out loud, you're doing a couple of things. One is you're getting your brain and your mouth connected to the words, so it's muscle memory. It's like doing drills, basketball drills before you play a game. You're just kind of getting your coordination going. Also, you'll be able to hear if something sounds a little weird. You'll be able to hear if something could be funnier. You'll have more ideas for it. You'll be able to adjust the wording so that it comes out of your mouth more smoothly. Because sometimes you'll write something and it looks great on paper, but when you try to deliver it, you're like, wow, I'm going to need oxygen in the middle of that sentence. That needs to be 2 sentences. Practice your speech. It's going to refine your speech. It's going to help your delivery. Number 5, please don't read your speech off a phone. Millennials, anyone, please don't read your speech off a phone. A wedding speech read off a phone looks awful. First of all, it looks like you put no time whatsoever into it. It looks like while whoever was speaking before you, you just made a couple notes and now you've just kind of got it in front of you. Also, if you're reading off your phone, look, I see you looking at your phone. I don't know what you're looking at. I mean, you could just be sort of swiping Tinder. I don't know. And then also, here's what's going to happen. You're going to be talking, you're going to be looking up, you're going to go, oh, remember that time? That time wasn't it great? You're going to be making eye contact. You're going to have a great moment, and then you're going to look back down at your speech, and that's what it's going to look like, right? Yes, my big ring light. That's what it's going to look like. Your phone is going to go dead, and you're going to have to go, okay, I got to swipe up, and I got to look at it, and your phone's going to go to sleep. And all of the great momentum you had when you're talking to him, all that momentum, gone. So please don't read your speech off your phone. You don't have to. Just print out a piece of paper. I know, it's so 2018, but it's going to make your performance, your delivery so much better, and it's such an easy thing to do. Number 4, be conversational. Go up there and talk like I'm talking. Go up there and tell these stories like you're telling them to a small group of people at a dinner party. You should sound like yourself. These people love you. They like the way you express yourself. They've asked you to speak at the wedding. It's okay to sound like you. That's the best way to sound. Just make sure you have a lot of energy to it. So sort of be you, but like 10% more you. Number 3. Please don't have more than one drink before your speech. Just keep in mind that it's one of those days where you probably aren't going to be eating too much until after you do your speech. So anything you drink is probably going in on an empty stomach. You just don't want to be sloppy. You really want to be able to get those words out. And all the hard work that you have put into preparing the speech and preparing your delivery, don't let it all just fall apart because the guy kept coming by you with the glasses of champagne. It messes with your coordination. And if you're delivering a speech, speaking involves coordination. And I'm telling you, your speech is going to be a million times better if you are sober. After the speech, oh, it's game on. Once you're finished, once you dismount and you head back to your table, you know, with all the high fives, just get shit-faced. Whatever you want to do, that's up to you. But performance-wise, try not to have anything. If you need a teeny-weeny little bit, go for it. But it's going to make your speech better the more coordination you've got. Number 2, make eye contact. Make eye contact with the people that you're talking about. It's going to make everything land better. It's going to make the jokes land better, and it's going to make the sincere stuff land better. Because you don't want to just be there saying, the first time I brought Becky home from the hospital, I looked at her and I thought, what am I going to do with this beautiful little girl? I was so scared. Well, what if you said, the first time I brought Becky home from the hospital, I thought, what am I going to do with this beautiful little girl? I'm so scared. Because when you're looking into the eyes of the person that you're talking about, yeah, you might get emotional. But you know what? That's okay. That's the whole point of this speech, is to be emotional. It's okay. And if you start to cry, so what? Call attention to it. Say, boy, I thought I'd get further than this. Or, well, it's okay, she's crying too. Or, well, don't laugh at me for crying. If you're not crying, you're made of stone. It's okay. Have fun with it. You can be messy in this speech because the whole point of this speech is just pouring your heart out. The most important tip I can give you for a great speech delivery: make sure people can hear you. I know it sounds super obvious, but it's a wedding, and weddings have just notoriously bad sound. You're delivering jokes. You want to get laughter, and laughter involves a setup and a punchline. So in a straight sort of speech, in like a business speech, people can kind of follow along, even if they're missing about 10% of what you're saying. But if you're doing comedy, and this speech, there's a lot of comedy in this speech with the heart, if they miss 10%, well, they're missing a little bit of the setup, which means the punchline's going to make not a lot of sense, or they'll hear the setup, but they won't realize it was a setup because they're not going to hear the punchline clearly. And again, all the effort you put into having this great rhythm of make them laugh, oh, hit them in the heart. Make them laugh, oh, it's a little heartfelt. It's all going to be gone if they can't hear you. So you want people to just really get every word of your speech. So that means when you go up there, ask, can everybody hear me? Can everyone hear me? People will tell you, I promise they will tell you, especially at a wedding. You get all the old aunts going, no, speak up, speak up. They will tell you because they want to hear what you have to say. So ask if people can hear you, adjust your volume accordingly. You may find you need to shout. You may find you're doing one of these things with the mic and the mic's just horrible. It's a terrible sound system because you're in a barn and it's just, some cheap mic plugged into an amplifier. That's fine. You may end up doing one of these where you put it down and you say, is it better if I just talk like this? And people will say, yes, that's better, instead of having it go through all garbled and it sounds like you're making announcements on the New York City subway system. That's fine. Whatever the solution is, even if it's just raising your volume and projecting a little bit more, that's all you have to do. You want people to hear you clearly. It is going to make or break your speech. Those are 10 tips. Listen to them, think about them, put them into your performance, put them into your speech, and I'm telling you, you're going to hit this thing out of the park. You are going to make magic up there.